Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 13th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Woke up this morning, had like crazy dreams throughout the night that I was having like really bad like stomach cramp stuff. At one point I woke up and my stomach hurt really bad, and it's just like I've been kicked in the stomach. Got myself repositioned. I was like, I think I'm gonna be all right. That was like 3:30 in the morning. At like 5 something this morning, I got up and my stomach was just in complete knots. It absolutely just like wrecked my system. So I basically got up, got the dogs outside real quick because I knew they heard me moving around. Usually mom gets up like 5:30, so the dog hears her get up. So then of course he's up and he's got poop on the floor, which I already done. So I looked there, so I'm like, I don't have time for this right now. I was like just killing me. So got them outside real fast and then ended up in the bathroom for a very long time, which is weird because I didn't have anything weird to eat. I've been getting like lactose intolerant, like adult onset lactose intolerance, that if I eat dairy late at night, it does this to me. But I didn't eat dairy last night. We had some chicken nuggets from BJ's that we basically had little chicken chunks, breaded chicken, popcorn chicken, that's what I'm looking for. It's a word, I'm like, there's a word there, but little popcorn chicken chunks. And mom made tater tots and she burnt the shit out of tater tots. The chicken was a little bit undercooked, but it was fully cooked chicken, so it was just not heated all the way through. So can't imagine anything to do with it, but it is what it is. So then at night, when I went to bed last night, I didn't have a snack, so thought no big deal about it, so I had no problem. But I was wrecked. Couldn't get off the toilet. It was just absolutely a mess. And I get like really bad like cramping and stuff from it. It's ridiculousness. So I actually texted my mom, and my dog started barking like he wanted to come back inside because it's early in the morning. He's outside now, he wants to come back in. So I text my mom saying she's up, and like, hey, you cramp the poop in the floor, and then let the dogs back in because I don't want them out there barking and waking my wife up and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get figured out, and then I get no response from her. So I'm like, God damn, what the hell? So I basically got myself somewhat put together, head out there to try and basically get it cleaned up real quick so I can get the dogs in so I don't keep barking. And the dog that's in the bedroom with me, in the bathroom there area, is aggressive, so in spurts. She takes like weird little spells where she becomes aggressive. So I don't let her be around other dogs. I couldn't bring them in with her. So I was like, God damn it. So I was going to stop and she let her clean it up, but didn't text me saying she had this. So a little bit annoying, but I got it cleaned up. Ended up back in the bathroom, off and on throughout the morning. Wife had to be at physical therapy. So I was like, okay, got that to deal with also. It was just basically it was a rough morning. Had dog got dropped off about 7:30 this morning, and then had another dog that was supposed to be dropped off every Monday, but I didn't hear from him last night because I usually reach out the day before because sometimes it doesn't come, and didn't hear nothing from him. So this morning I got a text like, hey, yeah, I want to bring the dog over. I lost or broke my phone. I can't remember where they put it, but I had to get a new phone, and I'm like, okay, you still didn't answer my question. I'm like, are you still bringing the dog? And they're like, yeah, if I can. I'm like, yeah, I just need to know what time you're bringing them. So went ahead, took my wife to physical therapy, and hadn't heard back, so I usually bring the dog up later anyway. So dropped my wife off at physical therapy, and I'm like terrified to be away from the bathroom this long. Like, it's really freaking me out. And she still hasn't tried to drive. She hasn't even tried to drive anything yet. I guess apparently the doctor still hasn't signed off on her driving, but she never bothered asking. So I think now it's just the doctor assumed she thought she could drive by now. I have no idea. I'm like, no clue what's going on. I'm like, this is why you have to kind of take a little bit of responsibility for yourself. Situation like this, which I made work, but goddamn, it'd be nice if I knew you could actually drive and you could have taken the truck or actually gotten a test drove something and bought you a new car by now. So we would have had this possibility already solved and covered and would have been done with, but kind of is what it is. So went ahead, got her there, headed over to find myself someplace that I could be like safe if I needed to. Basically take care of myself, I guess is the best way to put it. And got a call from her, or a text from her saying that physical therapy is tomorrow, not today. So I'm like, oh, you gotta fucking be kidding me. So I run back over there, grab her real quick, take her all the way to work, drop her off, and then I rush home to get back in the bathroom again. And then found out the time they're dropping the second dog off. So now I've got 4 dogs here. 3 of them are getting along great, plus Bruce. So those 4 getting along wonderful. The other one I just keep separated because I can't trust her around other dogs anymore. So kept her separated out. My day was just spent a lot in the bathroom. It was just a kind of a useless day. And it's amazing how much it just wears you out. It's just not feeling good. It just really sucks the energy out of you like crazy. So, and it drizzle rained, then hard rained and drizzle rained most of the damn day. So the dogs weren't out playing, they weren't having fun. Nobody was having a good day today. So just kind of made the best I could do with it, best I could. They did finally come and pick the one dog up, had a meet and greet scheduled for 4:40. And I'm like, not a big deal. To my wife earlier in the week, last week, I said, hey, I might be a little bit late picking you up. And by this point, I'm feeling halfway decent, like I should be able to do the meet and greet kind of thing. So I'm like, no big deal. And then that dog got picked up late, which usually picked up like 2. It's not getting picked up like 3:30. Their dog usually gets picked up earlier. Is getting picked up whenever kind of time. So they can't pick the dog up. Went smoothly. And I reached out to the meet and greet person and said, hey, if you want to come on over for the meet and greet, you can head over early because the other dog's already been picked up. I just need to know what your ETA, what time you're going to arrive. And they said, okay, great, I'll head over now. And then I reached back like, hey, how long before you get here? And there's no response. I'm like, hey, you need to know, I don't know if you live one street over or a town over. Like, I don't know if you're leaving early means you'll be here in 2 minutes, or you were going to leave in 2 minutes anyway, so you're going to get here at 4:38 instead of 4:40. So I'm like, whatever. Look up, somebody pulls in the driveway. I was like, oh crap, must be them. So I end up putting the dog outside. The dog's back in the office for 6 days. And I put Bruce in the bedroom, come back and look, and nobody's in my driveway. I'm like, what the hell's the chance of me turning on my driveway? So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm kind of waiting around. Now we got the dog outside, so I don't want to bring her back in. It's kind of weird. Like, you went out and I could come back in kind of thing, and then go right back out again. So I was like, whatever. So then I look up and somebody else like stops in front of my driveway. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I realized that the person who was in my driveway actually was the person coming here. Just didn't know she had the right driveway. Went to the neighbor's house next door and was backing in out of the driveway that then blocked the other car that stopped right in front of my driveway, and it was a mess. So they finally got here, got the dog out, went outside and met him. Dog's a really hyper boxer. Friendly enough, just super hyper, especially when the boxers first meet people. They're just, it's crazy. Got him settled down a little bit, introduced him to Bruce. It all went fine. Meet and greet ran a little longer than some, but much less than others, and got that wrapped up. I also had somebody reach out early in the day, wouldn't know if I would go let their dogs out. They were gonna run over to Orlando and leave their dogs home all evening, so they wanted me to go let them out. Because I got one of the dogs especially has a older dog, has a bad bladder, needs to go out often. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. They were talking like 4 o'clock. I'm like, that's fine, they'll get me over there at like 4. I'll be done there by 4:20, 4:25, whatever at the most. Be back home by 4:40 for the meet and greet. Be all good. And then last minute, they reached out like 2 o'clock. Hey, I'm just now leaving. So I'm just now leaving. It's like 2. Can you go let the dogs out like 5 instead of at 4? And I'm like, God damn it. 5's like the worst possible time for me because I got a meet and greet at 4:40 and then I gotta pick my wife up at 5. I'm like, okay. I said, I decided to call her. I'm like, I can let them out near that time frame. It'll, should be 5:30 at the latest, but it might be, that might be after 5 kind of thing. They're like, oh, it's fine, whatever. So went ahead and said, once I head over there. So I reached out to my wife and said, hey, got a meet and greet that we're doing a little early. Also, I gotta go walk these dogs. I got pushed back to 5 instead of 4, which you wouldn't even known about. And then she's like, yeah, no problem. I said, you want me to come get you first, run you home, and then go walk the dogs, or go walk the dogs, or let the dogs out first? And she goes, go let the dogs out first. And I said, okay, absolutely, I'll do that. So went ahead after the meet and greet, they left. I jumped in the car real quick, ran over, and basically let the dogs out, let them play in the yard a little bit for a while, got them all cared for, got that all taken care of. And then from there, I headed back over to pick up my wife at work, which I should have taken the truck because that way I could see if she could drive it home from work. But then you have that whole thing of like, well, she's been working all day and she needs to probably drive it more in the morning, or leg don't already hurt getting in and out of trucks. The truck's probably taller than her car and all that fun stuff. But also my truck leaks a little bit of oil here and there, and I didn't want to park my truck at the client's house in their driveway to leave oil stains. Even though there's already some marks in this, it's not a brand new driveway, it's already got some marks in it. It's an old house. Didn't want to be adding to those marks. So didn't do that. Went and picked her up, got back to the house, and I told my mom, I'm like, I'm not eating anything for dinner. And if I do, it'll be whatever I want to have. Just make something myself. So you guys should make whatever you guys want. And Karen wants to do like a mac and cheese or some crap that I hate that she likes. This would be a perfect opportunity because she can have anything she wants that I don't want to eat. So, or like a pepperoni pizza, because I don't like pepperoni pizza, but she could eat whatever she wants in that process and wouldn't have to worry about me not enjoying the meal. So got back there to the house, got her all set up, got her in the house, got her good to go. Still had to get my run in. It's dark by now because it's fucking dark at like 5 o'clock anymore. Seems like it's crazy. Got my headlight on, got my running gear on, and went for a run. Got done with my run, and I still like kind of risky, like how far away from the house I want to be, as bad as my stomach's feeling. So went and got my run in, got back to the house. I got back to the house, saw my neighbor out front of his place, and basically chatting a little bit. And he said his wife was up the road. I guess there was some weirdo looking at people's cars and ended up looking at people's yards, going out of yards. She watched him. She pulled like one of the little alleys and sat there and watched him for a while. And then was in looking at someone's house who was breastfeeding her kid, I guess. Baby's like 9 days old, 4 days old. I don't know, so tiny days old. But they called the cops and stuff, and it took them 40 minutes for the cops to show up for this peeping Tom, which is, I think, way too long, but it is what it is. So that was 2 separate phone calls, 2 different people complaining about this guy, and it still took long. Like, well, we decided to look for him. He goes, well, I was watching him. Like, I could still see him. He's right there. If he would have just came, I would have pointed him and go, that's him. But instead, you guys waited 40 minutes. Then once he realized I was watching him from my car in the alley, he then took off in the backyards and jumped the fences. So she goes, I couldn't follow anymore because he's running up down across the backyards and stuff. So it is what it is. We sat out there and talked for a little while. I headed back in. Ended up having some hummus for dinner. I don't know if that's necessarily the best dinner, but that's what I had. So ended up eating myself a little bit of hummus, knocked that out. Ended up back outside with the puppies, playing with them a little bit and enjoying the cool evenings and just drizzly, rainy weather. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.